NASA's New Horizons spacecraft made an epic journey, traveling over 3 billion miles to reach Pluto. From icy mountains to mysterious red spots, Pluto has turned out to be way more fascinating than we ever imagined. Today we are diving into 10 of the coolest things we've learned about this distant world. Hello everyone, my name is Max and welcome to Everything Space. Pluto, once considered the 9th planet of our solar system, has always been a topic of fascination and debate. Discovered in 1930 by Clyde Tombaugh, Pluto was named after the Roman god of the underworld. It's located in the Kuiper Belt, a region of the solar system beyond Neptune filled with small, icy bodies. Despite its reclassification as a dwarf planet in 2006, Pluto remains one of the most intriguing objects in our solar system. Sometimes, you just have to follow your heart, and Pluto seems to have taken that advice quite literally. Pluto's heart is a huge, heart-shaped glacier made of nitrogen ice. This heart was clearly seen by the New Horizons spacecraft when it flew by Pluto. The left side of this heart, called Sputnik Planitia, is so heavy it made Pluto shift its position. Now this area faces almost directly opposite Pluto's moon, Charon. This process is called true polar wander. It happens when a planet changes its spin axis, usually because of big geological changes. Sputnik Planitia's current position is no accident. It's a cold trap where nitrogen ice builds up, forming an ice sheet that is at least 2.5 miles thick. The weight of this ice, along with Charon's gravitational pull, made Pluto tip over. This caused the basin to align more closely with the line between Pluto and Charon. This shift didn't just move Pluto, it also cracked its surface, creating large faults or cracks that zigzag across the planet. Originally, Sputnik Planitia was located northwest of where it is now, closer to Pluto's north pole. As more ice continues to gather, Pluto will keep tilting, always following its icy heart. There might be a large liquid water ocean under Pluto's surface. It's not just ice that helped move Sputnik Planitia. Data from the New Horizons spacecraft revealed a surprising discovery. Beneath the basin there might be something heavy, possibly a hidden water ocean. It means Pluto could be an ocean world, like Europa, Enceladus, and Titan. Other evidence, such as cracks and grooves seen in New Horizons imagery, also point to the possibility of an ocean beneath Pluto's crust. Sputnik Planitia was likely created 4 billion years ago by a massive impact from a Kuiper Belt object, measuring between 30 to 60 miles across. This collision carved out a huge chunk of Pluto's icy crust, leaving a thin and weak layer at the basin's floor. Scientists believe that a subsurface ocean might have pushed up through this weakened crust. Later, a thick layer of nitrogen ice covered the basin, forming what we see today. Pluto might still be tectonically active because its liquid ocean is still liquid. Enormous faults or cracks stretch for hundreds of miles and go about 2.5 miles deep into Pluto's icy surface. Scientists think these cracks were caused by the slow freezing of an ocean beneath the surface. When water freezes, it expands. This expansion can push and crack the icy surface, just like an ice cube cracking in your freezer. But if the temperature is really low and the pressure is high, water can form a more compact crystal structure, causing the ice to contract again. Models using data from New Horizons show that Pluto has the conditions for this type of contraction. However, there are no known features that suggest it has happened. This means the subsurface ocean is still freezing and may be creating new cracks on Pluto's surface today. Pluto's liquid ocean likely still exists today, but it is probably separated from the surface by almost 200 miles of ice. This means the ocean doesn't touch the surface now, but in the past, it might have through a type of volcanic activity called cryovolcanism. Pluto was, and might still be, volcanically active, but not volcanic in the way you might think. On Earth, molten lava erupts from underwater fissures and volcanoes, like the ones in Hawaii. But on Pluto, a kind of cold, slushy cryolava has poured over the surface at various times. Scientists call this cryovolcanism. Wright Mons and Pickard Mons are two large mountains south of Sputnik Planitia. Each has a deep central pit that scientists believe are the mouths of cryovolcanoes, unlike any others in the solar system. To the west of Sputnik Planitia is Viking Terra, which has long fractures and grabens that show evidence of once-flowing cryolavas all over its surface. Farther west of Sputnik Planitia is the Virgil Fossae region. Here, ammonia-rich cryolavas seem to have burst to the surface, covering an area of several thousand square kilometers with red-colored organic molecules. Glaciers still move across Pluto's surface today, and they've been doing so for billions of years. Pluto joins Earth, Mars, and a few moons in having actively flowing glaciers. East of Sputnik Planitia, there are dozens of mostly nitrogen ice glaciers. These glaciers flow down from highlands full of pits into the basin, carving out valleys as they go. Scientists think these glaciers come from cycles where nitrogen ice changes to vapor and back to ice, moving around the dwarf planet. But Pluto's glaciers are different from the water ice glaciers on Earth. For one, any melt inside them will rise to the top instead of falling to the bottom because liquid nitrogen is less dense than solid nitrogen. When this liquid nitrogen reaches the top, it can erupt as jets or geysers. Also, some of Pluto's surface is made of water ice, which is slightly less dense than nitrogen ice. As Pluto's glaciers carve the surface, chunks of water ice will rise up through the glacier and float like icebergs. These icebergs are seen in several New Horizons images of Sputnik Planitia, Pluto's largest known glacier. Zoom in close to the surface of Sputnik Planitia, and you'll see something unique in the solar system, a network of strange polygonal shapes in the ice, each at least 6 miles across, moving on the glacier's surface. These shapes look like cells under a microscope, but they aren't. They're signs of Pluto's internal heat escaping from beneath the glacier, forming bubbles of rising and sinking nitrogen ice like a hot lava lamp. Warm ice rises to the center of these shapes, while cold ice sinks along the edges. There's nothing like it in Earth's glaciers or anywhere else we've explored in the solar system. Pluto's heart controls its atmosphere and climate. Even though Pluto is very cold and far away, its icy heart still affects its weather, similar to how Greenland and Antarctica influence Earth's climate. In Pluto's heart-shaped Tombaugh Regio, nitrogen ice goes through a daily cycle. During the day, it turns from ice to vapor in the sunlight. At night, it freezes back into ice. This daily cycle acts like a heartbeat, creating winds that blow around Pluto at up to 20 miles per hour. Weather models made using New Horizons data show that when nitrogen ice turns to vapor in the north and freezes in the south, it creates strong winds that blow westward. This is strange because Pluto spins eastward. These westward winds hit the rough terrain at the edges of Pluto's heart. This explains the wind streaks seen on the western edge of Sputnik Planitia. This is amazing, considering Pluto's atmosphere is very thin, only a tiny fraction as thick as Earth's. These winds also explain some other surprising desert-like features on Pluto's surface. Pluto has dunes. It's not like the Sahara or the Gobi Desert. Hundreds of dunes stretch over at least 45 miles of the western edge of Sputnik Planitia, and scientists think they formed recently. Dunes need small particles and strong, steady winds to move those particles. Despite Pluto's weak gravity, thin atmosphere, extreme cold, and icy surface, it seems to have everything needed to create dunes. The water ice mountains on the northwest edge of the Sputnik Glacier might supply the particles, and Pluto's nitrogen heart provides the winds. Unlike Earth, where dunes are made of sand and blown by strong winds, scientists think Pluto's dunes are made of methane ice grains, carried by winds that blow up to 20 miles per hour. However, because of the dune size, the winds might have been stronger and the atmosphere thicker in the past. Pluto and Charon have almost no little craters, and that has some big implications. That is surprising because there are fewer small craters than expected, which means there are also fewer small Kuiper Belt objects than expected. Analyses of crater images from New Horizons show that few objects smaller than about a mile in diameter hit either world. Since there's no reason to believe tectonic activity wiped away these small craters, it might mean the Kuiper Belt doesn't have many small objects. Pluto has 5 known moons: Charon, Nix, Hydra, Kerberos, and Styx. This moon system might have formed from a collision between Pluto and another similar-sized body early in the solar system's history. Charon, the biggest of Pluto's moons, is about half the size of Pluto itself, making it the largest satellite relative to the planet it orbits in our solar system. It orbits Pluto at a distance of just 12,200 miles. For comparison, our moon is 20 times farther away from Earth. Pluto and Charon are often referred to as a double planet. Charon's orbit around Pluto takes 153 hours, the same time it takes Pluto to complete one rotation. This means Charon neither rises nor sets, but hovers over the same spot on Pluto's surface. The same side of Charon always faces Pluto, a state called tidal locking. Pluto's other 4 moons are much smaller, less than 100 miles wide. They're also irregularly shaped, not spherical like Charon. Unlike many other moons in the solar system, these moons are not tidally locked to Pluto. They all spin and don't keep the same face towards Pluto. Pluto's moons are named for other mythological figures associated with the underworld. Charon is named for the river Styx boatman who ferries souls in the underworld. The small moon Nyx is named for the goddess of darkness and night, who is also the mother of Charon. Hydra is named for the 9-headed serpent that guards the underworld. Kerberos is named after the 3-headed dog of Greek mythology, and Styx is named for the mythological river that separates the world of the living from the realm of the dead. Pluto, once considered a distant and inert ice ball, is now recognized as an exciting and scientifically valuable world, brimming with unexpected activity and potential insights into the broader workings of our solar system. The New Horizons mission stands as a testament to human curiosity, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible space adventures. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos.